Hello everyone and welcome to another session on Wipro Elite National Talent Hunt. I'm going to discuss two things really quickly over here. Number one is the tentative latest pattern that we know about Wipro Elite, and number two is one previously asked question called the abundant number. So I hope this is of help to anybody who's preparing for Wipro Elite. Coming to the pattern, this is still the latest pattern as per our knowledge. So the pattern looks a bit like this, where you'll have verbal reasoning and numerical ability questions. Now the number of questions that you see, 22, 14 and 16, are all still tentative because we have not got any official confirmation from Wipro as yet. The only confirmation we have got so far is the actual dates, and that is also a date range, not the real date as such. So probably in your emails you must have received it, but that entire date range is given to you, and in your emails you must have received the actual date. So that's number one. But how many questions will be there in each section, what are the topics of each section, that is not really been given by Wipro Elite so far. To know the full syllabus, you can check out the previous video that we did on this before, where we analyzed all of the previously asked questions and we were discussing what are the kind of aptitude questions that you could expect in the aptitude pattern that you could expect. Then there is an essay writing section as well, and in this I believe that you're not going to get too much of a difficult thing, in the sense that these essays will be corrected not by a human, but they're going to be corrected by a machine. So they have an engine that corrects this. So the best way to actually make sure that you're getting marks in an essay writing is by writing small sentences but writing grammatically correct sentences. You can try this. The easiest way to do this is to actually open Microsoft Word or tools like Grammarly. Open these up and try to write down short sentences, grammatically correct sentences about any topic. Pick up a topic like Swachh Bharat, pick up a topic like my role model, pick up a topic about why I'm proud student, why I'm a proud engineer, and so on, right? You can do all of those. So some very generic essay topics you can pick up and start writing, and make sure that your sentences are small. Why am I saying small sentences? Because there is less chance of grammatical mistakes coming in those. Usually engineering students start making mistakes the moment it is you have long sentences, you're not really sure of where to put a full stop, where to put a comma, where to put a conjunction, and so on. So in the best scenario there is to write short sentences, grammatically correct sentences, safe sentences. And then finally is the coding round, two coding questions of 60 minutes. And in this coding section, what we believe the pattern generally as per the previously asked questions has been something like this. First of all, it's usually in the previously asked questions, it was asked by or if Wipro Elite was conducted by AMCAT. So I think that this time also it's going to be conducted by AMCAT. And if that's the case, you would have C, C++, Java and Python, all of these languages that is possible to get. However, if you might not get some other languages, like usually they give other languages as well, but it's safe to assume that at least Java and Python should be available for you, and if not that, Java and C++ for sure should be available. The patterns of questions that we have seen that have come earlier are loops and patterns, arrays, strings, stacks, queues, linked list, and very basic greedy algorithms. Now again, these you could expect probably in the second question, being the second question. And again, we analyzed some of the Wipro Elite question that came on the on-campus round, not just the off-campus, or rather, like the off-campus is the one that you are going for, that you are preparing for now. But in the on-campus round, even these 5 and 6 were not there. Generally, the questions were easier and they were of the first 4 categories themselves. If you want to check out some of those questions, do check out our Wipro Elite playlist where we have covered some of those questions as well. So yeah, all of these questions and all of these previously asked questions of Wipro Elite and the pattern of Wipro Elite are available on the Edis platform. And to do that, what you could do is go on to this link that's mentioned over here, edis.com/course-info/Wipro. In this course, you get one free mock test. So do try out that free mock test. Even though let's say you don't go ahead and purchase the course, at the very least you will be able to do one free mock test. And what if that question comes up? You will feel bad for not really having practiced on the Edis platform. So that's one. The second thing that's there is we have mock tests. Once you pay, you get 5 paid mock tests. You get 24/7 access to the platform, a lot of tutorials on coding, on aptitude. You'll get solutions to all the coding questions as well as explanation to all the MCQ questions. And the best part is you have support on forums, and you also have mentor support for all coding questions. So that is where students get stuck most of the time. So I will just add that over here, mentor support for all coding questions. many of you get stuck at this point only, that is your output is not coming when you're submitting. It's the when you're running, the output comes, but submitting the answer doesn't come, and so on. So you get mentor support for all the coding questions as well. And I'll just log into the Edis platform to show you how you can also log in, and we'll pick up one particular coding question that we should be practicing right now. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go on this link over here that's mentioned above. Let me pick up that link, and the moment I open that link, this is what opens up. Yep, so this is what will open up for you. So you'll get like a Wipro Elite National Talent Hunt test preparation pack, and you know what, we have a New Year sale running as well, so you could go ahead and check out that New Year sale over here. The tentatively the dates are given to be between, you know, so and so dates, and yeah, so we can go ahead and try this one free module right now over here. So once you click this try one free module, you will be directed to the Edist course, and let me just click this try one free module, and then we'll direct there. So once you click this, you'll be asked to do a sign in and, you know, register your ID. Now since I have already signed in, I can come here. For those of you who are doing it for the first time, you will not get the entire course because it's a paid course, so you'll get the first free course. But in the first free module, you have one mock test which is available for free. Go ahead and try it out. More than 300 students have tried it out, and if more than 300 students have tried it, means that these are your competition. They have tried out these questions, you have not yet tried them out, so you need to go ahead and try out all of these questions right away. Okay, anyways, coming back, our question for today, which is in the Wipro previous year's coding questions, I'm going to go to that question, and I'm going to go, it's in the math section. I'm going to go to the math section and pick up this question called abundant number, and we'll try to solve this question. Let me just reset the code which I had already written. So I'm just going to reset this. Okay, yeah, and we'll pick up this abundant number question right now. What exactly is an abundant number, how to solve it, and so on, right? So let's read the question first. An abundant number is a number for which the sum of its proper divisors is greater than the number itself. Proper divisors of the numbers are those that are strictly lesser than the number, and obviously they have to be divisors themselves. So let's look at an example of this particular thing. What does an abundant number mean? Let's take up an example over here. Yeah, so an example of an abundant number would or let's say example of any number right now would be, let's say if I take the number 10. Okay, so what are the factors of 10, right? So I have factors 1, 2 and 5, right? These are the factors of 10. The sum of 1, 2 and 5, which are the proper divisors of 10. Note that 10 is not a divisor, or 10 is not a proper divisor of 10, because it has to be strictly lesser. So we need all the divisors of the number which are lesser than our given number. So you got 1, 2, 5 over here, and so sum of 1, 2, 5 over here would be equal to 1 plus 3 plus 5, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3 plus 5, which is equal to 8, which is less than 10. So thus 10 is not an abundant number. Okay, all right. What about if we take up another number over here? Let's say we take up a number like 16. Okay, so if we take up a number like 16, what are all the factors? Well, 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 4 is a factor, and 8 is a factor, right? So 1, 2, 4, 8 is a factor. Are there any other factors? No, none that we know of apart from this. 16 is a factor, but again it has to be strictly lesser than 16. So sum of 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 8 is 15, right? Again 16, thus 16 is not an abundant number. Okay, all right, so this was 16. Let's pick up the number 12, which is given as an example in the question itself. So for 12, the proper divisors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, right? And we don't really have any other divisors apart from that. So the sum of this is 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16. Thus 12 is an abundant number. How come? Because the sum is greater than the number itself, right? So the sum that we have is greater than the number itself, and thus 12 is an abundant number. So our question basically becomes, can I find out all of the factors or divisors of a given number? And once I found the divisors of those given number, I need to sum them up, and I have to figure out whether that sum is greater than the given number or not. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward, and this is the kind of question you should expect as the first question in your Wipro Elite. and these are things you should be able to solve. So let's write down our approach. Always write down your approach before you actually go ahead and solve the question. So let's write down our approach. Number one, find all factors of n. So even before finding factors of n, what do we need to do? Take input n, right? Take input n, find all factors of n that are less than n. Okay, so how does this happen? And take sum of all factors. If sum greater than n, or rather if sum is less than n, what will you do? You will print one second, print abundant, else print, or rather you're going to print not abundant here, not abundant, else print abundant, right? This is just the pseudo code, everyone, and I'm going to expand on this even further. But what this basically means is I'm going to take input n, find all the factors of n. How do we find the factors of n? I'll just show you. But we'll find all of the factors of n, and once we've found those factors of n, and those factors have to be less than n. Obviously all will be less than n. So basically, except for n itself, we need to find out all the factors. You have to take sum of all of the factors. Now if that sum is less than n, that means that it is not abundant, otherwise it is abundant. Now the key is, how do we find out all the factors of n? Here what we'll do is we'll run a for loop. So for I from 1 to less than n, not less than equal to n. Remember, we don't choose n itself, we go I to less than n. And what we're trying to do here is we'll say that if I is a factor of n, okay, you will do sum factors is equal to sum of factors plus I. So you're creating a variable called sum factors, which stores all the sum of the factors. If I is a factor of n, take the sum, and then finally that sum is what we check with n. So again, I hope everybody understood this. Very, very basic, simple programming. Go from 1 to n, just using a simple for loop. Check if I is a factor of n. How would you do that? We'll just check in the code how we can do that. Once you have done that, if I is a factor of n, add it to the sum of the factors. Finally, if that sum is less than n, print it's not abundant, otherwise print it is abundant. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to solve it in our coding editor on the Edis platform itself. Okay, so first things first is taking input, the integer n. Let me go ahead and take that input. N is equal to int input. Let's keep it small n. N is equal to int input. Take that particular input n, and what I'm going to do is I say sum of factors is equal to 0 initially for I in range n. All right, and I will start from 1. I don't actually start from 0. I start from 1. I go all the way up to n, not including n. So well, since I'm doing it in Python, this is how I write it. For I in range 1 to n, n will not be included. If I wanted to include n, I should have written n plus 1, but here n is not going to be included. Once I did this, I check if I is a factor of n. The way to do that is if n, so it's a small n here. So if n modulo I is equal to 0, that is when you divide n by I, do you get any remainder or not? So if n modulo I is equal to 0, you do sum underscore factors is equal to sum underscore factors plus I. You add it to the list of factors that you have. Okay, and you took the sum of that. Now if the sum of factors is less than n, right? So when is it an abundant number? It is an abundant number when is greater than the number itself, then it's an abundant number. So let's do it. So if sum of factors is greater than the number itself, we will print up. Should we print yes, no? Should we print abundant? Yeah, we should print yes and no in this case. So it says print yes. So we're going to print yes over here. Yes, else print no. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's try to run this and check if this works out or not. Okay, name n is not defined. Again, this is what the mistake I've made, where I've put capital N, it should be small n. But yeah, how do I know where I've made the mistake? Well, as you can see over here, it very clearly says line 10. All I need to do is go to line 10 and make sure that it's not capital N and it's small n. That's it. So I'll just run this. it passes this test case, and when I submit, it passes all of the test cases here as well. Great. So I passed all of the test cases over here. So yeah, just a recap of this very simple small code, where what we're doing is we are taking a variable to take the sum of the factors. What we are doing is trying to find out all the factors that are less than n, not really inclusive of n, because if we include n, obviously the sum will exceed n, because n is there and you're adding some more factors to it, right? So we take n, we go up till n, but not including n itself. We take the sum of the factors. If the sum of the factors is greater than n, we print yes. Otherwise we print no, it's not an abundant number. So yeah, a simple question, not a super difficult question, but I just thought I'd help all of you revise for your Wipro Elite National Talent Hunt, which everybody is hopefully attending. And if you've already got a job and you're not attending, great. But for those of you who have not got a job, this is probably the last opportunity to get a job in one of the big MNCs, Wipro Elite National Talent Hunt. So prepare well for it. And just a reminder again, if you want to prepare well for it, if you want to pack, we have a New Year sale going on the Edist Wipro Elite course, which has all of these amazing things for you. One free mock test, a lot of paid mock tests, mentor support for all coding questions. You also have support on forums. And yeah, so I hope you like this video. Let us know in the comments below if you like what we are doing. If you think that there are some other placement opportunities coming up and you want us to cover those questions, do let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with all of your friends who you think are going to prepare for Wipro Elite, and let them also benefit from it. Thanks so much everybody for joining in today. For any other feedback, always you can look out the comments, or you can reach out to us on WhatsApp on this number, email us on this number. We are always looking forward to hear from you. Thanks so much everybody for joining in today, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.